sent a reminder message over to him, so hopefully he sees that. If we're not able to establish quorum by 12:20, I will just go ahead and say that we can postpone the meeting.
Can I go ahead and send him a message or something just to confirm if he's joining or not?
Yes, please. I sent one to him on Slack, but if you could message him as well, that would be great.
Okay, give me a second.
Devin.
Yes, Hugh.
I'm back. Ola is coming, or did he didn't appoint a proxy, did he?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Not that I've heard, at least.
Did we email him or text him or anything?
I just messaged him on Slack, and then Lurch is also gonna text him right now.
Beauty.
I just mentioned this a couple minutes ago, but if we're not able to establish a quorum by 12:20, I'll just go ahead and postpone this meeting.
I have texted him waiting for a response.
I didn't catch that at all. What?
Give me a second. I just
Oh.
texted him. Oh, he doesn't even remember this and we did. Executive.
I'm just having, maybe it's just me. I'm having a hard time understanding your audio.
There was a meeting today.
Can you hear me?
Yes, much better.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'm sorry. I had to disconnect from the car. So he did remember there was a meeting today, and so he said he is joining now. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Beauty. I'm going to put the agenda in the chat.
Okay, let me just send the link.
For agenda item 7B, the stipend list, I'll go ahead and share that link into the chat.
I had a question.
Mhm.
It's not part of the agenda. It's just a random question that I've been thinking about. So, with regards to the tuition increase, does it affect stipends too?
Stipends would not be impacted so far. The only information that we have is that the only thing that would be impacted by the tuition increase are the tuition waivers that GAs get. And that's been the point that's been it's been very non-transparent on the information that we've been getting from the administration. We're told that the plan is that they are going to continue funding 100% the tuition waivers, that there wouldn't be any impact on the amount of GA lines that we can sustain, even with the tuition increase. But I've requested specific data on like where money would be pulled from in order to float that, because as of right now, we don't have extra money set aside specifically from the state for the GA program to float those tuition waivers.
Yeah, basically it's one giant pot of money. And with the tuition increases, it means that the waiver has to increase. And so the pot of money can't go as far. So the logic works out that how could we possibly fund all the same GA lines?
Right. Yeah,
But
because
you're saying that's not going to be impacted.
I've been having a lot of questions when it comes to that, and I don't think I really have a good answer. And I'm so confused because if there's going to be tuition increase, it means that it's going to come from wherever student, the GS are getting paid, right? Which means even if there's no tuition waiver, they would have to dip into their stipends to be able to pay for their tuition. And so I'm like, honestly, I don't know. So yeah, that's good information. Thank you.
Yeah,
on
that
the
was
individual level, it's not going to be changed, but then like the number of GA lines, I just don't see how that's not going to get impacted. I'm sorry, Debbie. What were you going to say?
Oh no, I was just going to say like those were my exact questions also, Laurentia. So I'm just waiting to get more concrete information from the administration, because as of right now, it's just everything's in limbo, and I honestly don't think they even really know what's going to go on with the GA program, even in a couple months at this point. But if you have any questions that come into your GPSA emails about tuition increases, just forward them my way, or include me on like a response, and I can help fill in any information that you all might not have. All right, it looks like we have Ola here, so I will resume the recording. Right, and I'm going to share screen. One moment. Also, apologies for not having my camera on. I'm not feeling the best health-wise because I have a stomach bug, and so I do not look very good. But nonetheless, we shall continue.
Feel
All right.
better.
Thank you. All right, you all can see the agenda on your screen.
I know.
Yep.
So that's
All right. So I will go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is recording, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I will go ahead and call this meeting to order. This is GPSA Executive Board Meeting 45-15 on Friday, February 6, 2026, and I'm calling the meeting to order at 12:13 p.m. This meeting is being held virtually. I'll move into a period of roll call. Secretary Bonsu, can you go and take the roll?
yes, thank you very much. President Stephen Lopez.
Present.
Vice President Alicia Carr has been excused. Treasurer Olalukun Balogun.
Yeah, present.
Secretary Bonsu is here. I will go on to the President's Cabinet, Jerexy Dunham. Adriana Katiris. David King. Blanca Pina. Tyler De Lorenzo.
Here.
Hugh Lee.
I'm here.
Bela Akavan. And all members of the public have been acknowledged. Quorum has been established since 3 of us are here, so thank you very much.
Thank you. I will now move into a period of public comment. Public comment will be taken during this agenda item. No action may be taken on a matter raised under this item until the matter is included on an agenda as an item on which action may be taken. Comments will be limited to 3 minutes per person. Persons making comment will be asked to begin by stating their name for the record and to spell their last name. The board chair may elect to allow additional public comment on a specific agenda item when that agenda item is being considered in accordance with Attorney General Opinion Number 00-047. As restated in the Attorney General's Open Meeting Law Manual, the chair may prohibit comment if the content of that comment is a topic that is not relevant to or within the authority of the body, or if the content is willfully disruptive of the meeting by being irrelevant, repetitious, slanderous, offensive, inflammatory, irrational, or amounting to personal attacks, or interfering with the rights of other speakers. Do you have any public comment at this time? I did not receive any through email. All right, seeing none and hearing no public comment, I will move into agenda item 4, our consent agenda and the approval of minutes. Secretary Bonsu, I'll ask you really quick. What's the most recent agenda that we have the minutes for?
We have 4512.
Up to 4512. Okay, I will just postpone this item then until our next meeting.
Yes.
But if you could get 45, 13, 14 sent to us over the next couple of weeks, that would be great.
Yes, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, moving into reports and recommendations. The executive board, again, most of my updates over the past week are not, there's not too many updates. Most of my items are already scheduled on the agenda. But we are today is a day that the subcommittee for the forum presenters is meeting, and so Nia and I are going to be spending quite a few hours today just sorting people into their presentation sessions, and we should hopefully have a clear picture of what the actual day of looks like fairly soon. So I'm looking forward to that. Treasurer Balogun, do you have any reports for us today?
No reports. Thank you.
Thank you. Secretary Bonsu, do you have any reports?
Yeah, I have been trying to accumulate names of council members who have graduated or who graduated in the fall, just so we can send an emails to their grad coordinators. And I've got a few people who have graduated, so we have some vacant seats and we don't have replacement yet. And I had a question with regards to how we are going to get them paid since they've graduated, and my UNLV might not be working at the moment, so we might not have their direct deposit account. So how do we intend to go about it? Because I have 3 or 4 council members who have graduated. And I wouldn't have known if I didn't send those emails. So yeah, that's my report.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and recognize business managers for Sina.
And I can actually answer your question, Laurentia. So those students who've graduated, they have enrollment for the fall semester, so we can retroactively apply their scholarship to the fall semester. And what will happen is because they don't have any outstanding fees or anything like that, it'll pretty much just go directly, it'll get processed to them through the cashiering office as a refund, and it'll go to whatever direct deposit they might have set up, or it'll get sent to them as a check.
Thank you.
Yep, they'll get paid.
Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Going now into our President's Cabinet. Do we have any updates from Division of Operations, Hugh?
No, unfortunately not. It's okay. I will get you a new update by next week. Sorry, it's been my birthday week and it's kind of been crazy.
No worries. We do have council next week, so yeah, if any reports you have ready would be good to share with them. Laurentia, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. I just remembered I am trying to update the websites just so we have the new exec members updated. And I asked all of us to send our bio and pictures that we want to be on the website, and have only received 2 from Ola and Hugh. So if you guys could kindly send me your pictures and your updated bio. And Miss Nia taught me how to get your bios, but I obviously don't have your pictures. So if you could send me your pictures and anything you would like me to add to the website, that would be nice. Thank you.
Thank you. Do you want just you said both executive board and cabinet?
Yeah.
Got it. I will send out a reminder as well to everyone.
All right. Thank you.
Any updates from the Division of Legislative Affairs, Tyler?
So I'm meeting with Blanca later on today to work on that survey that you asked about last week. So hopefully we should have that ready by next week.
Awesome. All right. Any questions for the executive board or the president's cabinet at this time? Nia, go ahead. You are muted.
Sorry about that. Oh, good. Laurentia just said, she pretty much just answered. I was just saying that for the council vote, just make sure that they're indicated as graduated. So I applied their scholarship to the fall. But perfect. Thank
Got
you.
it. Okay.
That's all.
Yeah, I made a little column next to whoever graduated, so you see graduated next to them.
That is perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Going into our reports from the business manager. Nia, do you have anything for us today?
I just have one, and it's not much of a report, but for the cap and gown program, I have an item for Ways and Means to discuss moving or having GPSA get its own merchant platform so we can do credit card charges like we do in the fall. The controller's office could sustain us over December, but they can't in May because there's too many groups that need to utilize the platform. So we can't have it for the whole month like we did in December. So they recommend that we buy our own. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the Ways and Means meeting on Tuesday evening. So we're hoping that it can get rescheduled before February 20th, just because I need to tell the controller's office if we're able to move forward with purchasing the platform. But the platform I think was $10 a month, and the credit card fees from fall came out to be like $74. So it's not too expensive, fortunately. But there's going to be more to come. But that's just my update pretty much for the cap and gown program and moving that program forward because that applications for spring open on February 20th.
Great. Thank you. Are there any questions for the business manager at this time? Seeing none, hearing none, I'll move into our reports from the faculty advisors. I see we have Bill on the call.
Bill Robinson for the record, and my report is I just got here and I'm going to have to leave. Vice President Carr and I are having a lovely time interviewing provost candidates all day. So
I didn't realize you were on that search committee too. One of the 25?
I got added late and I didn't have a choice. I just got an email that said, "Hey, you've been put on the committee." And I was like, shouldn't you ask me first? But no, so I'm there.
Well, thank you to both you and Vice President Carr for your service on that committee. Do we have any questions for Dr. Robinson at this time? All right, thank you for stopping in. Going now into I don't believe we have any members from the graduate college here, so I'll skip item 5E for now. We also had no unfinished business. So going into
Alicia Carr for the record.
Oh,
Do you mind if I give my report real quick? I think
Oh.
we have to go back at 12:30.
Sorry, yes.
We're on a quick lunch break. But yeah, we are having a great time. It's been already a long day and we're only halfway through, but it's not so bad. I will give my sponsorship report just because this cycle is kind of crazy. So far, we've had like 58 applicants, which is like more than half of what we usually get. We usually get around 20 to 25 people who apply per cycle, and we have a requested amount of over $93,000, which is more than we have in the rest of our entire budget. So whoever is manning the GPSA email, be prepared after February 28th. Because typically people will send some emails about being not very happy for not getting funding because we will have to reject quite a few. I did rework the budget so that we have more money allocated to the cycle, but in order to keep a budget for the rest of the semester or until my tenure is up, I can't put all of the money in one cycle. So I've only allocated about $30,000 to this cycle. So then the next 3 cycles still have some funding in it so people can continue to apply for sponsorship. But that was mostly my report. RSO funding is also open now. The website is working and we've got at least 1 application so far. I don't think I have anything else that's pressing. But yeah, that's all I've got.
Thank you. Nia, go ahead.
I just have a quick question for Alicia before she ends her lunch break. Did you want to consider after this cycle going to Ways and Means and seeing if more funds could be repurposed to sponsorship? Are you nervous about the upcoming cycle after this one?
Yeah, because the next cycle should be normal. But then typically the May cycle is also a bigger one too. So that's the one that I'm mostly worried about. It's not under my purview, but I don't want to leave the next person with no money. If that makes sense.
That's very kind. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions for Vice President Carr at this time?
Yes. How much can a person ask for in an entire year? What's the
Per year, 2,500.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions at this time? All right, going on to item 7, our new business. This item contains possible action within it, so I will entertain a motion to open item 7 for discussion. Do I have a motion to open item 7?
Does
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, go ahead, Ola. Okay. Secretary Bonsu here. I motion to have item 7 open for business.
Thank you. And do I have a second on that motion?
Balogun, seconded.
Thank you. Motion by the secretary and seconded by the treasurer. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say no or nay. Any abstentions? All right, motion carries unanimously. Going now into item 7A. Initially last week, we had a brief discussion about creating some procedures and guidelines for a technology loaning system through GPSA. We had a situation where an officer of the GPSA, or not an officer, but a member of the cabinet, had a computer loaned out to them in the fall semester, but the device was stolen, and we had a police report given to us to account for that. So we just wanted to see if there's any type of specific system we can develop so that we can keep better track of where our devices are, whether they should be staying on campus, things like that. But yeah, I'll go ahead and open this up for discussion, or Nia, if you had any specific ideas on how you wanted this to go. I also thought that maybe this could go up to the Rules and Ethics Committee. So we could just take a vote right now to send it over to them for them to develop a policy. But yeah, I'll open it up. I see Hugh has his hand raised. Go ahead, Hugh.
So I developed a rental program for our nonprofit back in my experiences, and it was pretty simple. It's basically a form just approves for them to get the item, and we have a list of an ICL, it's inventory checklist pretty much. And after we ICL things, we do I think Nia had a good idea for barcoding, like for like scanning stuff, like how you scan in for like your front desk or something like that. If we can find a way to implement both of those things, then probably we could still be renting out stuff to including our own members and keeping track of where things are, but also having a terms of agreement to be like, if you do not return it, or if you do not return it by the date that you say, so we give them a determination on that date specifically, then they have to pay it back. But that's what I have done in the past.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I agree. And I think maybe every week or every other week they could check it in and then check it out again. Not like having it with them for the entire semester or something, but maybe every week they could come and then show us that they still have it. And then, we note down that they still have it and then we take it back.
Go ahead, Nia.
I definitely think maybe we could do some check-ins on the equipment for sure. We've never had a problem before with loaning out the laptops. We've loaned them out since we've had them for about 4 years. This is the first time where we ran into a problem. So I think we do need to develop some kind of a policy that dissuades these situations from coming up again, but also it's just like manageable. Like maybe we could do monthly check-ins of maybe monthly asset check-ins. Or I checked with Bill mentioned, the faculty advisor mentioned checking with the registrar, and I did check with the registrar about some options. The registrar is trying to lean away from negative types of enforcement, like blocking their transcripts, from being downloaded. They're trying to step away from those types of things, which is why IT and the library don't use them right now because they also have loaner programs. I talked to the libraries and I talked to OIT. Wyndham and I meet with the CIO about how they handle these, and they really don't have any enforcement or asset recovery. The most they can do is report it to the police, and then sometimes those laptops do pop up in pawn shops and things like that, but they don't really have any sort of recourse. So I think the best we could do is like loss prevention tactics, which is discouragement, because once it's gone, there's not a whole lot I can do to get it back. We could put together language with general counsel about forcing people to pay it back. I don't have a means to get their money, but if they purchased a laptop and it became a UNLV asset, I mean, that's something we could explore. We just have to get some language pushed through legal so it would be signed out. That's an option. Anyway, yeah, there's my what are other folks' thoughts?
So Hugh said he has a template already for a program. What we could do today is, as a board, we could vote to request that Hugh just write the policy just with GPSA terms, and then we can bring it forward to the board and have us review it. We could also have Hugh send that over to the Rules and Ethics Committee, and then consult as well with the UNLV General Counsel.
I do like the idea of also getting the Rules and Ethics Committee on this because it's rules. That committee is really responsible for rules and expectations. So I mean, there are some rules about borrowing our assets, and there's some expectations, but they're not documented right now. I think that's appropriate to draft something and then take it to the committee for review.
Got it. So would two members of the board, would we want to have the policy come first to the executive board, or do you want to have it go through the rules and ethics and then we send it to and then they have it send it over to us exec board?
I think it's up to you guys how you guys want to handle this first. Actually, I think this is the group who's more experienced. I think this is the group who can investigate some options, and then they can take it to the committee for review of the options. And then if they want to take it further and explore some more avenues, they can. But at least this way, the folks who are somewhat familiar with this a little bit can provide context.
Got it. So I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to have Hugh's template policy be forwarded over to the executive board for our consideration at the next meeting of the board. Following that, it will be sent over to rules and ethics. Following that, it will be sent to general counsel for any final edits. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Do
Okay.
you have time for that? When's the next exec board meeting?
They are all on hold on the calendar. Let me see.
Love that.
February 27th. So 3 weeks from now.
Is that enough time, Hugh?
I could probably send it by EOD.
Oh, okay.
We would
All
just
right.
need to have it scheduled on a new agenda since we didn't have that policy ready to go this time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, I'll entertain a motion to have that policy come up for consideration at the executive board meeting on February 27th.
Sorry, folks. Only Laurentia and Ola can motion and second. Only the executive board can.
I motion to have Hughes templates approved. Or how do I say it?
We would have it come first to the executive board on February 27th.
Yes. So motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second on the motion?
Seconded, Laliko.
Thank you. The motion or the question on the floor is whether Hugh will have his template for a technology loaning program come before the board on February 27th. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye or yes.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say no or nay. Any abstentions? All right, motion carries unanimously. Hugh, whenever you can send that over to us, I'll just make sure that's put on the next agenda.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, going now into item 7B. This is our endorsement of a representative stipend list. So the way that I would like to have this structured for next week at council, I put it a little disclaimer here at the bottom of this file, but this is also linked on, actually it's not linked on the agenda. I will directly send it over into the Zoom chat. So at the bottom of this document, I put a short disclaimer essentially on how representatives could appeal if they do not agree with our list of the representatives that qualify. And as of right now, we have 19 representatives, each with $100 stipend for the fall semester, so $1,900 total. The disclaimer reads that upon posting of the list for council to review ahead of the February 12th meeting, representatives will be given an opportunity to appeal. All appeals will be included as an amendment at the council meeting. Appeals must be sent to the GPSA secretary and state that the meetings and state which meetings that they attended and the committee that they are serving on or have been appointed to as of meeting 45-08. For the criteria, I just used what our bylaws state as criteria to be eligible for remuneration. And so that is first and foremost, did they attend all council meetings with no more than one unexcused absence? Proxies are an all right alternative to that. We just have to be aware of that before the council meeting. And then the second criteria is that they have volunteered to serve on or have already begun serving on some type of internal GPSA committee or a committee of the university and or graduate college. And so with all of these criteria in mind, I matched our committee membership with the attendance list, and I have this set of 19 people here. Just for the record, I'll read the names in. Prince Wiafe, Julia Chan, Chibuko Okoro, Trey Curtis Brown, Donovan Ross, Lin Lee, Adaremi Gabadamosi, Sabrina Wallace, Gavin Silva, Christine Haley, David Elder, Lauren Gleave, Tala Solowoku, Christian Cazares, Catherine Melbourne, Michael Caro, Declan West, Chinonsu Negbu, and Alicia Longoria. Those 19 representatives have attended all meetings with no more than one unexcused absence and have been appointed to or have been serving on at least one committee. Do we have any questions on this, or would we like to just go ahead and move into a vote of endorsement? Any questions? Oh,
No.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I think we should vote into endorsements because I agree.
All right. So then, yeah, I'll go ahead and entertain a motion to approve this list of 19 representatives, or to endorse this list of 19 representatives that will be up for consideration at the February 12th council meeting next week. Do I have a motion on the floor?
So motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second on the motion?
Seconded.
Thank you. Motion made by Secretary Bonsu to have this list of 19 representatives be endorsed for a vote of approval next week at the council on February 12th, seconded by Treasurer Balogun. All of those in favor of the motion, please say aye or yes.
Aye.
Any opposed, please say no or nay. Any abstentions? All right, thank you. Motion carries unanimously. I will send out this list probably before end of day today with the instructions for representatives on how to appeal that decision. Laurentia, if you could just let me know probably around by noon on the day of the council meeting if any appeals come in. I double checked the committee memberships and the attendance, so hopefully there shouldn't be many. And if there are appeals, it's most likely they're going to be turned down because they just didn't carry out the requirements of their office.
Right. I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you. Going now into item 7C, we had Alicia here earlier, and I asked her if we want to table this item since she's not here. But she just wanted to see if there's any initial comments or priorities that we would like to see her bring up at the provost search committee meetings. Obviously, we don't know any of the candidates that are being discussed right now because it's a private committee. But we can at least get some questions from students directly onto their into their interview process. So I'll open this up for any discussion from our members here. I'll also say last week, Lisa and I had a quick chat about what type of questions should be asked at these interviews with candidates. And I mentioned that GPSA's resolution 45-01 that we adopted in the May meeting last year, one of like our very first resolution we adopted, reasserted GPSA's commitment to unionization rights for our GAs. And so I asked her if she could ask questions of the interview candidates simply on where they stand on unionization. It's not a forbidden question. It might be a politically unpopular question. But I mean, even our dean of the graduate college was asked that same question when she had applied for her current position. So it's still a valid question that that students should have the right to know where a potential administrator would be standing on that question. Are there any other comments on this one?
Not for me.
Awesome. All right. I'll have that come up for unfinished business next time in case we have any other additional comments or thoughts to send over to Alicia. Going to item 7D, this is confirming RSO workflow through Team Dynamics. Also, this was a collaboration between business managers Rosina and VP Carr. Nia, do you have any updates on this? I know Alicia told me that the process is essentially solidified and that the link should be live for RSOs.
Yeah, Nias Rosita for the record. So this is for the RSO funding program that has $5,000 allocated to it this for spring semester. And the application link is live. It's available for people to apply. Sounds like you already got an application in it. I did meet with our Team Dynamics IT person. I meet with them every Wednesday morning. And we're running through the new RSO workflow. So we have it built for the most part in the sandbox. We're getting it updated on the front end. But the biggest change was just moving it. Originally, it routed through Ways and Means. So we're changing it to route through the RSO funding program. We had to create some on the back end in Team Dynamics. We had to create a different reviewing group, and it's just called the RSO Funding Committee. So whoever's on that group to review will be in that bucket. So it'll be a workflow update on the back end. And then exactly what kind of like the award letter would look like. I think that's the next thing that's outstanding is how does the chair want the award letter to look for RSOs who do get funded, or how do they want that communication to be shared out? That's the only other piece in the workflow that needs to be updated. But other than that, we can take the applications, no problem. It's just not automated right now. Everything can still be processed.
Got it. So is there anything that the board would need to take action on today, or was this mostly just informational?
It's just mostly informational. I don't think that there's anything
Okay.
for the board to do, unless there was anything in particular that people wanted to see changed, or if they had any other questions about it, things that might need to be addressed.
Got it. Do we have any questions then from the board? Okay, seeing and hearing none, I think that'll be it for item 7D. Yeah, all sounds good. Going into item 7E, call for new business items. Items for consideration at future meetings may be discussed. Are there any new business items that members of the board would like to see be discussed? As always, if not raised here, please email me with a short description of an agenda item if you have any, and I'll be sure to include it on the next available agenda.
All right. And then I think is that the most part?
For 7E. So then we'll just go to item 8, our announcements. Are there any announcements from the board or the cabinet from anyone?
Well, we do have council next week on Thursday, February 12th at 5:30 p.m. in the Student Union. I confirmed with Ariadna that we do have a food lineup ready to go. So if anyone's hungry, bring your appetites. And I think, are all the officers all the officers are present for that meeting, correct?
I will be. Yes, we should be.
Yeah, same here.
Okay. I think Elise might have had a conflict. I think the vice president might have a conflict with March or April. I couldn't remember which one, but Oh, cute in the chat. She put some dancers in. Love that. And we also have, of course, elections. So the biggest thing is that the Elections Commission is going to open up in February. And if anybody wants to rerun, just so you know, you cannot be on the Elections Commission and run for executive board, obviously. So just going to throw that out there. But that's the biggest thing that's going to be happening in my world is elections is coming up. And research forum, obviously.
The only other announcement I have, the Constitution and Bylaws Committee met yesterday, and we had a very lengthy discussion about potentially including direct elections for the council in the new constitution. And we decided on a compromise of yes, to include direct elections at, as of right now, 25 total members of the council. And so we have estimates ready to go that I'll be presenting at council next week, just to talk about sort of what it would actually look like, what the actual changes would look like compared to now. But other than that, I think that's all. Oh, sorry, there is one more quick announcement. I don't think Alicia mentioned it earlier. If anyone is available to proxy for her for on Tuesdays, a couple of Tuesdays this semester from 3 to 4:30, there's a teaching and learning commons meeting on those afternoons, but she teaches until 5:15. So if anyone's able to, if anyone's interested or able to take up that that position, please let me know. If not, I'll send that over to council and see if we can get a volunteer from council for that. Nia, go ahead.
Actually, definitely also throw that into the Slack channel just so we can remember the dates and times so folks can, because we definitely should have people at the Teaching and Learning Commons. They do a lot of graduate student focused work.
Yes,
That's
I don't
very
have the dates ready to go, but I can ask Alicia to put the dates in there.
Oh, okay, perfect. So throw it into the exec board, and then if there's no takers, then we'll take it to council. I like that idea. And then I have one more quick update because I feel like this group should know this actually. Sorry, I didn't say it earlier. We do the research forum presentation abstracts have been submitted. The deadline has passed. There were a few people that were granted extensions, but the deadline has passed. And we have received, I believe the last number I saw was 180. We had some duplicates, but I think it's 186 presentations, and a handful of those presentations have multiple presenters. So my last count, it was 194 presenters for this year's research forum. And now we're focusing on getting them planned into sessions and hopefully getting judges recruited, enough judges. That's where we're at. And then there's also the, obviously it's the all hands on deck day. So we do have a volunteer form. Maybe we can talk about that, Devin, at the next executive board meeting, where exactly where the officers are going to be. And so we can get them added to the volunteer form properly. And so they understand what the expectations are leading up to forum since we're getting closer to that date. It's on Saturday, April 18th.
Got it. Yeah, I will include that for the next agenda.
Okay, thank you.
Any last announcements? All right, going into a period of public comment. Is there any public comment in accordance with the notation? Oh, Nia, go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I just thought of one more thing. So sorry, guys. I also, Devin, you and I talked about this a while ago, but I didn't know if maybe this could be a new business item for the executive board for the next meeting. But I think we are very much aware that with the NSHE funding situation, and if I know you're really, really maxed, Devin, but also like what the update to did we send an update to the student body post vote?
Not yet. I was going to have one scheduled for next week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of folks are wondering what happened with that vote because you did some very long work. So I think people need to know what happened and try to understand it. But with that, you did so much research and this stuff is very, very long. So I was wondering if GPSA would like to entertain putting together more of like an issues platform, especially with primaries that are coming up in Nevada. And then we also have a gubernatorial race coming up in Nevada this year. And these are extremely relevant to who sits in the legislature, which is relevant to how UNLV actually gets their funding. And then it's also relevant to who sits on the Board of Regents. These things tie into students so deeply. And I think if GPSA did some guides to help students understand this and how it directly impacts them, which we saw happen at the last Board of Regents meeting when the NSHE funding tuition increase happened, the whole context around that is all related to these elected officials, really. So I didn't know if there would be a way that this group could help document the context, all that work that was done over the winter break, and help people understand where they can play a role this coming year.
Yes. So I forgot to mention this during my reports, but I did send an email out to Legislative Affairs earlier this week, asking them. I'm gonna put together some templates for them, so that they can get started on it. But the filing deadline for all state level offices in Nevada is around March 13th. If that's not the exact date, it's around there. And so I'm going to have Legislative Affairs. I'm going to work with them to develop a very quick voter policy voter guides uh, for state legislative seats that are very contentious based upon last election's results, the gubernatorial race, as well as all of the regents elections that are up this year. And so everything's, of course, we have to be nonpartisan. But the main issues that we will be focusing on, according to the issues that have been brought up to GPSA, are unionization rights, housing, as well as there was one more, just funding for higher education in general. So like our proportion of the state fund. So that is in the works, but it'll probably be around spring break when we're able to get some actual voter guides ready and put out.
Actually, and that also reminds me, for the next agenda, can we add a agenda item to discuss housing?
Yes.
It ties back to, there was a Sloan visit from the Sloan Foundation where the graduate colleges, they had a seat award for $250,000 and the group came last week. Oh my gosh, that was just last week, to see if they were going to grow that seat award and do it for, I think it goes up to 2.8 million over the next 3 years. So housing is one of the items that could put that funding at risk. So that's something we should definitely talk about.
Got it. Yes, that will be included on the next agenda. Going into public comment, is there any public comment in accordance with the notation mentioned earlier?
A bunny followed me to lead library.
Oh,
Love that.
I've been seeing a lot of stray cats on campus recently.
We are getting into spring.
Um,
All right, seeing and hearing no other public comment, I will go into item 10 and adjourn this meeting at 12:53 p.m. Thank you so much, everybody. If you have any questions about any of the items we talked about today, or anything about the agenda, the council agenda, I'll also send the council agenda to the Slack, just for you all to give a final review before I send it to the Commons for posting tomorrow evening. But other than that, I'll see you all next week.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.